Dream Chase.
I mean, you know what it is. It's your boy Mel, CT. I'm rocking with my boy Kevin W. Reese.
Kevin W. Reese.
You may have seen this man all over the place in Connecticut, and right now you got the mixtape with the kid Big Mike, man. Tell us about it.
Yeah, man. Shouts to Big Mike, man. Mike really, Mike hooked it up. Secret left for Carmelo on that path. Mike is a mixtape legend to me, not just in Connecticut, but I think in the game, period. So a lot of y'all rappers know about Big Mike. He started a lot of careers. So big shouts to him, man. I appreciate him co-signing the mixtape.
Now you've done mixtapes before, obviously. What is it about this particular one that separates it and makes it different?
Well, this one has a lot. This is not all freestyle. I dropped another one, 20 Forever, a couple years ago, and that was a lot of freestyles. And I wanted to be able to show the people a little bit more a different side of me, more actual songs. I feel like hip hop is lacking on a couple things sometimes, but definitely got the song right there, Light and Power. It's my new single. It's been on the radio, heavy, Hot 937 out here in CT and a couple other different markets, so we're trying to break it out too.
I see you got some cats on here that I'm definitely familiar with. Manuel
from Danbury. Shout out to Manuel, the Danbury Connect. I got my boy Skin out from Meriden, my boy Know It All from Meriden.
I see Know It All right
on
here.
there. I got my boy Miliano. Shout out to Con Artist. He's been out here for a long time too. And see, I did the Cassidy songs on there too. We did a song with Cass.
Right. Now how did that come about, getting Cassidy on track?
We actually went to a show on the Humble to go support Big Mike, and we ended up hopping into VIP, started kicking it with Cass, and we had him do a drop for us. And then one thing led to another. Before you know it, we're back in Hartford in the studio making Got Him Like. So it happened just like that.
He wrote his verse on the spot?
He wrote his verse on the spot. Cass don't write. I'll co-sign that. Cass don't write. He will sit there in the studio and just, you know what I'm saying, do this.
He's got the Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls method?
Biggie thing. He does how he does it. He writes in his head, and it baffled me. I wasn't really impressed by it. It made me want to step my game up a little.
That's funny, because I've never heard that he does that. And normally when somebody does that, they promote it because it's like a mystical thing, you know?
Yeah, I think he's actually he's a very humble dude when it comes to his craft. So I don't know, maybe that's why he doesn't promote it, but I could co-sign it myself. I seen it with my eyes. It's not one of those fake verses that people get. That you said it. You could ask this man. We in there blowing sour, making verses. That's what we do.
Okay, all right. Now I've seen you on some of the big blogs. The World Stars, the This Is 50s, etc., etc. How important do you think that those are right now? Do you feel like it's kind of like the new radio station for the independent artists and the mainstream artists? I
do, because if not for these block sites, you're not gonna get the J. Cole's, you're not gonna get the Electronicas, you're not gonna get the Drake was on sites, you're not gonna get hopefully a Mel. So you got to support those websites, because they're actually still looking out for real hip hop that's not label backed up. A lot of people are doing this independently out of their own pockets. So I support all those websites, and I think it shows where hip hop is still alive and well at.
And they reach out to the world, and not just the local radio station that's just going to touch on Hartford and New Haven,
or wherever the city may be. I love those websites. I go on there all the time. One of my favorite websites is Truth is Scary. It's not a is this a
plug?
Website. It's a plug. It's not a hip hop website, but I do go on that. Truth is Scary.
Be aware. Now, being from Connecticut, Meriden, Connecticut, do you feel like there's a disadvantage being an artist from Connecticut because nobody has really blown up yet? You got Apathy, who is an underground legend. You got Steezo from back in the day, and you got Chris Webby, really about to break through right now. But other than that, you got Mook and Fair make some noise. I mean, there's people that have reached that line, but nobody is on 106 in Park. Nobody has really crossed to the mainstream from Connecticut. Do you feel like there's some sort of disadvantage?
I feel like there is a disadvantage, but again, it's a disadvantage to yourself. If you're not willing to put, all those guys that you mentioned have all taken the time out to put money and time into their career. Now, if you don't want to do that with your career, then if you're not doing that, no matter where you're from, especially CT, if you're not doing that, you're not going to get nowhere. Nobody's going to take you seriously if you're not taking yourself seriously. So it's definitely hard as a CT artist, but I think it's just hard as an artist in general right now in the game, like just trying to get in and make a spot for yourself.
Right.
Since nobody's trying to everybody's watching the throne, you know what I mean? So nobody's trying to give up their spot.
And I never really understood, because a lot of cats will come out here and they won't put money into their career. Like, they refuse to. They'll go to the club and they'll buy bottles.
And then they'll look at you guys like, oh, why aren't you spinning my record? Well, why aren't you giving me a reason to spin your record? Do something to show me that you're working hard. I mean, you got to make somebody be interested in you before you could expect somebody to already have taken interest.
Yeah, and you got the New England Music Seminar that comes every October.
We were fortunate enough to attend that last year. We learned a lot from that, and I agree with. You should. I don't care if you're from the Northeast, the Southwest. Go to the New England Music Seminar. There's a lot of knowledge in there for a lot of independent artists that help you understand what's going on and what it takes to get into these A&R offices and talk to people. Like we actually did Spacebar Con Artists. We actually went up to we sat down with a couple offices and a couple A&Rs because of some of the things that we learned at the New England Music Seminar on how to get into the right position and talk to the right people.
I feel like, artists, independent artists, unsigned artists, however you want to refer to it, it's about the knowledge, man. It's about learning the knowledge and having a little bit of money to finance yourself. You got to do it. I've known of artists that will get a conversion van or rent a van and just travel and do shows. That's another method. And I'm segueing into my next question, which is, what's your strategy right now?
Well, my strategy right now is I'm trying to pop up in a city near you. Basically, I'm just trying to hit all the blogs real heavy, promote this mixtape, Secret Life of Carmelo, hosted by Big Mike. And I'm just trying to show the people that I'm making good music, not just in CT, but for the world. So I just want everybody to hear it. If y'all like it, y'all like it. I mean, I've gotten good responses from y'all, so that's why I keep on doing what I'm doing and just try to push it onto that national level. But the next plan, I definitely want to do more shows and expand my fan base. So if you're not a fan, I'm trying to make you a fan.
How intricate is the internet? Now, we already talked about the blogs, but just the internet as a whole. Do you feel like the game has changed? The internet is the way now?
The game is digital. If you think about it, we've had three, well, I'm going to say 2 major album releases in the past month with Watch the Throne and The Carter 4. Now, if right or wrong, both those albums dropped digitally first before they even got pressed up as hard copies. That just shows you something that the record labels know. Digital's moving. We put that out first, and then we'll print out the hard copies. The game's totally different. It's a totally different game, and if you're not willing to adapt to it, don't be mad at the game. Be mad at yourself. Yeah, man. It's real rap.
A lot of haters out there, man. A lot of haters out there. Now, don't take this the wrong way. Do you have a plan B? Because this game is tough, man. You could be the most talented person in the world. There's rappers out there we've never even heard of that maybe could out-rap whoever your favorite rapper is or whoever you consider the greatest. And we've never heard of them because they've never gotten to that point. So at the end of the day, you got to put food on the table. You got 2 kids. There you go. What's the plan B, man?
The plan B is I'm definitely trying to encourage young people to go to school and whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, I'm not quite sure what I want to school yet. I do my own thing on the side. I do construction and whatever. I'm trying to make a living. But I might go to school, become an honorary idiot. I don't know. I might go to CBS broadcasting school. I want to do something. I want to do something involved with music. I feel that that's my passion. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, who does a lot of your production?
We've gotten different production from around the internet as well. Gotten a lot of beats from Johnny Giuliano, Class A Music Con artists out here in Connecticut. Who else have we worked with? We've worked with a bunch of different dudes. I didn't really put the name of all the producers on here because I didn't want to get into trouble. Didn't finish paying for a lot of these beats, but yeah. A lot of internet beats, man. If you send me a beat and I think it's hot, I'm gonna rap on it. I don't care if you're a no name, and you got it. Like I said, it takes money to make money. If I find something hot on the internet for $200, I might just buy it on my PayPal. So,
where can they send you a beat?
Melo12131 at Gmail or Melo12131 at Yahoo, or you can find us at spacebarent at Gmail.
There it is, man. You heard from the man. Go get the mixtape. How much are they, or are they free?
Right now, we're on that pit for free. If you see me on the street, I might try to peddle a couple bucks out of you, but I gotta eat. I got 2 kids. Just
donation, man. That's what you do.
Cause you gotta, you know what it is? Take those CDs, flip those CDs, because a stack of CDs in your house is not doing nothing. Go take those CDs, hand them out. You get your $2. Bring them back. Go re-up on your CDs. The rap game's like the crack game, if that's how y'all want to put it. So go ahead, re-up, get your money back, Put more CDs out. Let the people know what you're doing.
Get the mixtape, all right? Cop that mixtape right there.
Kevin W. Reese.